Allegedly, this is a time of great change, especially regarding the economy, but the efforts by the federal government to deal with the current economic crisis by pumping inflated dollars into the economy, buying an interest in banks and insurance companies, as well as creating shovel-ready jobs, is not the change we need. It's akin to plugging holes in a dam with chewing gum. At best, these efforts will revive the boom phase of the economy's natural bust and boom cycle, but it won't be a lasting solution. My name is Michael A. Smith. I'm the author of Naked America, a book that proposes fundamental changes in the economy and our political system that will allow us to truly solve our many social, economic, and political problems. In this series of presentations, I will outline these revolutionary proposals, which include replacement of the monetary system and institution of a direct democracy. First, I want to review the details that compel this second American Revolution, because our political leaders have not exactly been honest about our many problems. The American economy is fundamentally flawed for many reasons. First, capital, profit, interest, and fees are the lifeblood of the economy and require a staircase of wages, price, and wealth from the lowest to the highest. It creates an untenable and undesirable economic class society. Second, 4 out of 5 American workers are employed in management, sales, and service. Only 1 in 5 American workers are employed in manufacturing and production sectors. An economy top-heavy with managers and administrators is an unstable economy. Third, the present credit economy creates an endless pit of debt, which limits economic growth and burdens our children with our financial obligations. Fourth, American businesses export jobs overseas to take advantage of low wages, since half of the world's population has an income of approximately $2 a day, according to the World Bank. On the other hand, these low-paid foreign workers can't afford to buy high-priced American goods and services, which is why we have a foreign trade deficit approaching $1 trillion a year and a national debt of approximately $11 trillion. Finally, although the economy must expand continually to provide new jobs for an ever-expanding population, technological improvements increase productivity. There is a natural limit to the products and services people actually need, which means the economy increasingly sells style and image. It's an economy based in large part on want rather than need. The biggest economic myth is that America is the land of unlimited opportunity and that it is an ownership society. In my book, Naked America, I provide extensive evidence to refute both of these myths. The combined income of the 145 million working Americans is distributed inequitably. A widening gap between the rich and the poor is the first sign of impending national decline. Remember these percentages: 4, 9, 15, 22, and 50. America's workforce earns a total income of $8 trillion before taxes. Divide this workforce into 20% quintiles, and the lowest paid workers earn about 4% of total income. They are the working poor, who have an average income of about $11,000 per year. The next income quintile earns about 9% of all income, or an average of about $29,000 per year. The government defines poverty as an income of less than $21,000 per year for a family of 4. This means that 40% of all working Americans earn near poverty-level wages. The third income quintile, the solid American middle class, earns 15% of total income. The fourth income quintile, or the upper middle class, earns 22% of all national income paid. The top 20% of all workers, noticeably including bankers, insurers, securities traders, executives, and managers, earn half of all income paid in the U.S. annually. Of the nearly 20 million jobs the economy is expected to create by 2014, the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics projects that 2/3 will be low or very low-paying jobs. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, the net worth of households within America's wage edifice ranges from about $7,000 for the lowest income quintile to over $185,000 for those earning in the top 20%. Net worth includes home equity, savings accounts, stocks, bonds, cars, boats, and jewelry. One big medical bill not covered by insurance could wipe out the wealth of about 2/3 of all American families. In short, about 60% of all workers and their families are always about two paychecks away from economic disaster. Furthermore, the majority of American workers are losing ground. From 1969 to 2006, the wages of American production workers increased 420%, but the consumer price index went up nearly 440%, while corporate profits soared by nearly 1,800%. Most families are running in place or losing ground. This economic monolith, wherein 60% of the workers earn 28% of the income, is absolutely necessary in an economy where wages must always be lower than wholesale prices, and wholesale prices must always be lower than retail prices. Otherwise, the system doesn't work. As I've said, it puts the lie to the myth that America is the land of economic opportunity, or that it is an ownership society. Talented or lucky individuals may move up this wage monolith, although at present many more people are losing their jobs compared to those receiving wage increases. But the economic ladder itself will not and cannot change. Yet, ironically, pollsters find that as many as 80% of Americans believe they will eventually become rich. This delusional belief is the root cause of most social problems, here at home and throughout the world. This myth has potent staying power because no one wants to believe he or she will wind up in a low-paying job until it happens, and then it's usually too late to do anything about it. Additionally, advertising and the entertainment media focus exclusively on individual examples of economic success, as if they were attainable by everyone. Some entertainer, movie, or sports star has always just signed an 8-figure contract, purchased a $10 million home, or acquired a private jet. Besides, the economic opportunity myth links success with individual initiative. If you don't have all the material goods and services that you want, it's your fault and nobody else's. Defenders of the economic status quo say that it is the natural consequence of human nature and survival of the fittest theory. The best and brightest among us naturally earn the most money and provide leadership. That's not even remotely true, as most Americans know. Farmers and teachers, who often receive near poverty-level wages, are more important than bankers and stockbrokers who earn 6-figure incomes. The wage structure has been stood on its head. It makes no sense. Is anyone so naive as to think that 2/3 of Americans will accept indefinitely economic second-class citizenship, in which they do most of the real work of society in return for less than half of the wages? Will Americans be forever satisfied to buy style and image, or does there come a day when we want something more satisfying and real? Read my book, Naked America, if you want to learn about all the American myths that will eventually lead to our national decline unless we institute real revolutionary change. Next, I'll talk about another facet of our economic crisis, which is that we are currently transitioning from a monetary system to a credit economy. Why? Because it benefits corporate America and the wealthiest Americans. For the rest of us, it's a disaster. Thank you for listening.